How to make money from your art. Is it possible to enjoy a financially abundant living as an artist? Or is this simply an unrealistic dream? Of course it's possible. Many people have done it before. But is it realistic for you? Well, that depends. The honest answer is, probably not. What it takes to succeed as an artist isn't such a mystery. The real question is whether or not you're willing to do what it takes to get there. If you're like most people, you aren't willing. So if you want to succeed as an artist, you must elevate your standards well beyond the level of those who are willing to give up. Starving artists may be more common than financially successful artists. There are some very good reasons for that. For starters, artistic skill alone isn't enough to guarantee financial success. There are many challenges on the path to financially sustainable artistic nirvana, and all of them have solutions. Successful artists are willing to apply those solutions, unsuccessful artists typically aren't. Create art that people want. Think of your favorite music group. Would you respect them more if they created music you didn't like? When you spend money on art, is it because the artist was super creative, or is it simply because you like what they created? Most likely you aren't spending too much money on creative work that you don't like. When you pull out your wallet, it's because you like the work. Or at least you expect to like it. This doesn't mean that the artist created the work for you, but it does mean that if the artist wants to get paid, there needs to be some alignment between their creativity and what people are willing to pay for. It's absolutely fine to create art that no one else will appreciate. Do that now and then. Just don't expect to pay the bills with such an approach. If you want to generate income from your art, then pay attention to what people are buying in your field. What's in demand? You'll likely find that you can just as easily create works that align with trending demand, but which still give you plenty of room for self-expression. These constraints are not inherently in conflict. You can choose an instead of either/or. Sometimes people will want you to express yourself in ways you aren't willing to deliver. Feel free to say no. Sometimes you'll want to express yourself in ways people don't care about. Feel free to do that. But when you want to generate income from your work, focus on the area of overlap between what people want and how you enjoy expressing your creativity. Then you can enjoy your work and pay your bills too. If you're going to be stubborn about this, then be prepared to see much less talented artists whizzing past you financially. You may not control the waves of public desire, but you can still surf them. Visibility first, then income. If you want to become a successful artist, you'll need to get your art into people's hands. If the art is hidden in your closet or buried on your hard drive, don't expect it to generate much income. I recommend that you focus on visibility first, and don't worry so much about generating income at first. If you aren't very visible, you probably won't be able to earn more than a pittance anyway. But if you can gain visibility and sustain it for the long run, then it's much easier to generate abundant income. A good strategy for creating visibility is to give your work away for free. Spread it as widely as possible. Encourage people to share it with no restrictions. If you can manage it, favor media that encourages sharing without costing you anything, i.e. anything that can be put into digital form. Show your work to anyone who might be interested in it. Give your art as much stage time as you can. If you aren't willing to do this, don't expect your art to leap onto the stage and market itself. Being timid about promoting your work will hurt you financially. Don't pretend it won't. If you give your work away for free, or otherwise procure lots of stage time for it, and people don't seem to appreciate it, consider the possibility that your work, 1. It isn't very good, or 2. It isn't what people want. This happens to just about everyone. Everybody falls the first time. Keep refining your creative output until you strike something that people appreciate enough to share. Once your visibility is high enough, then start charging for your work.